welcome back to another video. My name is Diva and I'm a freelance artist in New Zealand. Okay, today's video I will be painting some gouache landscapes, as you can tell by the title, and showing you guys my process when it comes to painting scenery and environments. This was mentioned in the last video. Someone commented that they wanted to see how I would go about painting scenery and environments and all that, and I thought that would actually be a really good video idea, so then I was like, oh, well, here we are. Oh my god, and before I forget, which I definitely will not, thank you guys so much for 200 subscribers. That is so cool. What? And all the support on my previous video, that actually means so much to me, and it's just so cool to see how much it's growing. My channel is growing, even though it's in the slightest. It's still just, it's so like so heartwarming. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Okay, so as for the scenery that I have chosen for this video, I decided on 3 different scenes. One is of a pond, which is the top left, and then the top right is, you can't really see it right now, but it is of a train. I think it's in Japan, and it's like with cherry blossoms, and it's very cute. And then the final one, which is the bigger one that I'm painting now, I think it's also of a Japanese building, and I'm not sure about the location, but yes, it is also Japanese inspired. And yeah, I'll try to put the references up, otherwise I might link them down below. Oh, and also all the references that I use are from Pinterest. That is like the main source of where I get all my references from, and I'm sure you guys know this as well, because I'm sure you guys also use Pinterest. They have so much variety over there, so yeah, definitely go to reference website. So usually how I start out with painting environment pieces is just with a very light pencil sketch, like literally just very, very light, of the basic shapes and elements that I can see in the reference. So like if this I see is like a really big rounded shape, or a really big like rectangle or something like that, just very, very basic, so I can like kind of have like this guideline for where I'm about to paint. So after I do that really light sketch, I go in with a really light wash of color in whatever medium I'm using. So for this one, of course, it was gouache. So if you guys saw just before this, I went in with a really, really light wash of pink. It kind of acts as like an underpainting. So like when you're painting, and if you miss any spots, you have that underpainting as like kind of like a safety net. So if any color is peeking through, it's that underpainting color, so that it still looks like finished, and there's no like odd spaces of white or the paper. So after I have that light wash in, I usually start coloring or painting the biggest space, so what has the most surface area in the piece, basically. So for this one, it was a kind of a mix between the leaves in the background and then also the actual building itself. So I just went in and did those, and then now you can see I'm starting to color in the inside of the building, or like the smaller areas basically. So I usually start from bigger and then I move down to smaller areas when I paint. Oh, also a little tip for coloring or painting. This is something I do mainly when my subject matter is objects or scenery, sometimes with like character art as well, but use of complementary colors. This is so important. I cannot stress this enough. It really like makes your piece pop and brings a lot of interest as well. So basically, say you've got a picture of an orange, you're painting an orange, and then for the shadows, instead of using like grey or just darker colors like that, like just black, don't use black, or just try and stay away from black. I would say use the contrasting color, which would be blue. This like makes your subject matter so much more intriguing and like fun to look at. And I don't know, there's just something so satisfying about it. Of course, everyone paints differently. This might not be what you like to do, so try it out, see how you go. But that is something that I do a lot in my environment pieces and scenery, and yeah, just sharing that with you guys. I'm sure most of you guys already knew this, but yeah, just putting that out there. I think for this piece I didn't use like contrasting colors. I think I used a lot of purple for shadows for these ones. I think I just really wanted to have that purple color in the pieces, so I didn't use too much contrasting. I think I mainly use contrasting with like green and red for shadows and things like that, which you guys will see later on, but yeah. So usually the type of subject matter that I tend to paint if I'm not drawing or painting people is usually ponds or lakes or that kind of territory. I was really inspired by Monet's pieces last year for painting class, and I had to get a bunch of references from like older traditional artists, which is why I had like this mini Monet phase. And of course, if you guys know Monet, he's just a really famous painter from back in the 1800s. I might be wrong on that. I did study him, but I don't remember what year. But he also started the Impressionism movement, and that is like a type of art style that I'm really into, and it's kind of the look I go for when I'm doing like scenery pieces. So basically Impressionism is just very like strokey, and I think of it as like blobs of paint on a canvas kind of. There's so many different styles to Impressionism, like every artist having their own way of doing it, but it's just really satisfying as well to see. I think since I gravitate more towards an Impressionism kind of art style with painting, it's why like I have such like conflict towards realism. Like I just hate doing realism. I don't mind, like I have no problem with other people doing realism. Like I can admire realistic artwork, and I think it's like such a good skill. But personally, I just am not one for it. I don't find joy in that, so yeah. So that's kind of where I got all my inspiration from and my love for painting ponds with lily pads, and also the use of contrasting colours for painting is actually another big element that I see in Monet's artworks, and also just a lot of impressionistic painters back in the day. And another subject matter that I really like doing, which if you guys have seen my Instagram, I'm sure you guys already know, but tigers. I love painting and even just drawing as well. Tigers. It's because I think I had to study them for my painting class, so I think that's why I have such a big love for them now, and they're like kind of a comforting subject matter to draw and paint. But there's just so much, like I also just like how fluid they are. Kind of the same with like dragons and painting and drawing dragons. I just love how like liquid it feels that you can draw them. Oh my god, please do let me know what your guys' favourite subject matter is to paint or draw. I'd be really interested to see. I think generally it is people for me, like semi-realistic, cartoonish kind of style of people. I think also like I get that satisfying feeling of drawing fluidity from women, which is also why I tend to draw girls way more, or like feminine people more than masculine, is just because I love how like fluid the body of like the curves and everything. It's just so nice to draw. Something I've been wanting to try for a while is painting like my type of character art with gouache, because I love using gouache. I love the medium so much. The opaqueness Mwah, chef's kiss. And my favorite subject matter to paint and draw is people, so honestly mixing the two of that, it would just be so nice. But I don't know why. I have tried to paint character type of art in gouache before, but I just always like couldn't get the hang of it, because I was just like, and even now like I'm still not too sure on how to blend so it looks kind of like rendered, like especially for like the skin, which is why Impressionism is so like handy for me with gouache, because there's not really any blending, you're just putting similar shades next to each other, if that makes sense. So that is something that I want to try again. I have had a couple attempts at them. I wasn't too happy with how they turned out. Oh, and also another thing with trying to do or paint character art with gouache is the line work. Oh my god, I have such a shaky hand. I could not, like, especially when it comes to the face, the amount of pressure that is to do that with a flimsy paintbrush is insane. Like, I mess up the face so often when I'm trying to paint, and that's something else I want to also get good at or perfect. And yeah, so I just want to experiment a bit more with trying out gouache and painting people. Okay, so going back to the paintings, I am now starting the top two. So I started with the bigger one just because I knew it was going to take a lot of energy to do that one. And now we're doing the smaller ones. And these ones were honestly, they were fun, but I definitely know that I rushed them towards the end. I think overall I wasn't really feeling the scenery pieces. I think I could have worked on them a bit longer, but I kind of filmed this all in one sitting, so yeah, it was a little bit rushed, but it was nice to practice working on these scenes, since I do want to incorporate more landscape pieces and just overall backgrounds into my art, because I do struggle a lot with drawing backgrounds and painting them sometimes. But yeah, it was just good to try it out. Okay, so I think I mentioned opening a shop at least in all of my videos, but I'm just so excited to talk about it with you guys, and it's kind of what's only been on my mind at the moment, except of course for uni and work. But I'm just so excited to share it with you guys, and also just prepping for it is really fun, like ordering stock and inventory and planning packaging supplies and all that. I've actually also got a shop prep video in the making, so I'm really excited to also share that video with you guys when it's finished. But yeah, so I am selling stickers and prints soon, if you guys haven't already heard. A mix of fan art and original art. I think a little bit more fan art, just because I love making fan art and I think it's also what you guys like to see. But of course a mix of original art is nice too, so I've got that as well. So I've already designed, I'm a really big One Piece fan, so I've designed a Nami sticker and a Robin sticker. I also do watch JoJo, so I've made a Josuke sticker because he is my favorite JoJo character. I've also got some tiger stickers, which I made a while ago, but I only got to design, like ordering stickers for the design, so that one as well. Oh, also Monster High fan art will definitely be in there as well. I've got kind of like an original Draculaura sticker coming as well, so she's just like in some cute clothes, so I thought that would be fun. And for prints, I've started sketching out most of them, but I was thinking a Chainsaw Man print of maybe like Power and Makima might be fun. And oh my god, definitely I really want to make a Monster High print. I'm not sure of who yet, but that definitely will be in the making as well. And then the rest of the print designs will probably be original art, which I haven't thought too much about yet, but that will all be in the upcoming video, so really excited to share that with you guys as well. I think the official shop launch will probably be in the next month or so, so I am still open to suggestions. If you guys have anything that you'd want to see, I'm totally open to that, so yeah, just let me know. But other than that, I think I've just got a lot of like other admin stuff to do for it, like creating or finishing the website for it and advertising, but I can only really do that once I've gotten all of the products made and sent, so that will be fun. But yeah, it's just an exciting project that I'm really eager to share basically. So I feel like I'm at the point where I'm kind of just scrambling for things to say now, because I think I've talked about everything I wanted to talk about for this video. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for topics or any video ideas for future videos, let me know down below. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say, and yeah, I just appreciate all of you guys' support so much, and it's just really cool connecting with you guys and seeing other artists aspire to do what they love, and I'm here for that. I love that. I think most of the people that view my channel and my Instagram and all that are artists, of course, themselves, and want to be artists that can support themselves, which is also something that I aspire to do. So I hope to make a community where we can all connect and talk to each other and engage, and just create like a very welcoming community where everyone feels safe and can show their art to each other, and I think that would just be so amazing, so cute. Don't know words right now. Recently I have been watching Sketches with Shay. She's an artist that has a YouTube channel and a shop and runs her own art business, and trying to make it into her full-time job, which I think is so inspiring. And I know there's a lot of artists out there that do this, but she's just someone who I've been watching a lot of lately, and her videos inspire me so much, and her art is just so amazing too. It's just so cute and detailed, and her characters, I just love her style so much. You guys should definitely check her out. I'm sure you guys would love her content as well. I just think that she's just so admirable, and the amount of goals she sets for herself is also just so cool. But yeah, she talks a lot about being a full-time artist, an independent artist, and trying to make her own business, running her own business. And it's just really intriguing and inspiring, very inspiring, and I'm sure you guys would be inspired by her too. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that. Other artists that I love watching as well, of course, Lee Alexson, by Katie Mai. I'm not sure her YouTube channel name, but it's Katie Mai. Lil Starman, Sad Shrimps, I think it was. She has really fun vlogs to watch. And Tofu Goob, who's also an aspiring small business owner, I think. Aspiring freelance artist. I think I'm getting it wrong, but she does want to make an art shop soon. So she's also really fun to watch in terms of that as well. And her personality is just so cute. But yeah, I just love watching these art YouTubers, and I get so much inspiration from them as well. And I'm sure you guys have heard of them too, but if not, go check them out. They're totally fun to watch and so motivating, and I feel like I'm just repeating my words, so I need new vocabulary. Please and thank you. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up for the voiceover. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and listening along. I think I love making these Draw With Me style videos, and I love watching them too. It's kind of just comforting to have someone there talking along. It feels like you have a little like art friend, which I'm not sure if I made you guys feel like that, but hopefully I did. Hopefully it was comforting in that sense. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!